Alright guys, so here's a little update. So far, this cube is all of my records that I do have that are cataloged and desk-gogged and cleaned, bagged, everything. And those little cardboard sleeves are my letters for now until we figure out another way to get them going. But this is my official record collection. Then this one is what's left over of the mountain that I have not done yet. Yes. They used to be in all those boxes. And I'm kind of on a hiatus with that because I need more sleeves. So those are on order. They're on their way in. And as soon as I get those, I'll be getting through those. And eventually they'll get merged together and they'll all be spread across all those. So I'm way behind. A lot. But then something happened. Let me tell you this story. Every holiday season, as you may know, most companies have a holiday party. It used to be like a Christmas party. But then people got drunk and photocopied their butts and whatever, and they're like, this is a bad idea. And then everyone got all PC to where, like, you can't have different thoughts and beliefs than normal people. And because of that, people get offended if you don't believe the same thing they believe. People are allowed to believe different things. It's called humanity. But because of that, like, we're not going to have a Christmas party. We're going to have a holiday party. But then that wasn't even good enough. Because people are like, well, what if we don't celebrate any holidays? What if we're not, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Christmas, or all that? Are you going to have a non-holiday party? You're like, ugh. So finally, now at the end of January, they said, we're just going to have a non-holiday related get-together once a year with everyone in the company. Oh, that's nice and PC and boring as fart. So they decided that this year they're going to have their Christmas holiday party thing, and they have a theme. This year's was a sock hop. They're going to have a sock hop. Yeah, first of all, parties, not going. I've never been to one, not going to one. Plus, 50s, you see me like a greaser? What would I do? No, not going. So they went and had that at the Ramada. And I'm sitting there on that Friday night. It was last Friday night. And I got a Facebook message from one of my coworkers. I'm so glad you didn't come. You would flip out. I'm like, yeah, I know. Because there's people there and public. And they pay me hourly to deal with these people every day. I don't want to do it for free in my free time. Thank you. Yeah, I know, man. He's like, no, serious, man. Every single one of these tables, take a look. Ling! Every table here has a record being ruined on it. Ugh. Oh my God! What are they doing with it when it's over? Give them all to me! Oh my God! Seriously, I need them. I can't. I'm leaving really early, but I felt the pain for you. Fuck me. Can you find someone who actually likes me and see if they can find out who's responsible? They might just throw them out. Oh no, I may drive there for them. When does this end? I'm like, what? And like, yeah, man, there's like real records just being used as centerpieces. And they're just like putting stuff on them. And most of them look like really good. Doesn't look like they're junk or nothing. I mean, I don't know what records they are, but they seem pretty nice. You should come down here and take a look at them. I'm like, I'm not driving across town. Maybe I should. Yeah, maybe I should. I'm like, Mike, since you're already there, why don't you go ahead and grab them all? Because it was Mike who said that. And bring them to me. He's like, I'm leaving right now early. This thing sucks. This is the worst party ever. I'm out. Bounce. And then he was gone. I'm like, oh, do I go ahead and go to that and crash it? Well, this was last Friday, and you might have noticed that I had my video back, I had a white bracelet on my wrist. Because my knee, which ironically I was talking about in that video, it was a video for Rod over at Happy the Violent Guy, talked about my knee being messed up from a mosh pit back in Iowa. I was having issues with it again. Same knee, ironically.
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means. It's a black fly in your Chardonnay. It's a death row pardon, 2 minutes too late. And isn't it ironic? Don't you think? It's like rain on your wedding day. It's a free ride.
And so I actually had to go to the hospital, and I wasn't walking around on it real good. I was hobbly that night, so I said, forget it, never mind, don't worry about it. I went to work this week, and I went to the lady who's in charge of all that stuff, and I said, hey, what happened with that party? Somebody was telling me there was records. Like, oh, yes, that's right, you got that YouTube channel. I forgot about that. Yeah, she knew. Like, yeah, what are you doing with those records? She goes, well, the lady at the Ramada Inn thought it was a really cool idea for decorating, so the ones that we use, there's about 15 or 20 of them, we just left them there, and she's going to keep them for, I guess, decorating other parties. I'm like, the ones you used? What? You used any others? She's like, yeah, there's some that I have left over that I didn't get to. They're probably, and I have the empty sleeves for the ones that were used. Matter of fact, I can even call the Ramada and just tell her that I actually want the records back, and I can get them back. I'm like, yes, 20 records? I can do that. Could you? So the next day she comes into work, says, yeah, I got those records in the back of the car. Don't got the ones from Ramada, but the ones that we didn't use. I'm like, okay, cool. How many was there? Like 5, 6? She's like, no, the box had about 100 records in it. Did you guys see that? Huh? See that? Yeah. There, I was just going to throw them away. I was going to put them in the back of the car. We were going to go to the dumpster with them. Really? You were going to dump them? You just gave them away and left them behind as trash after the party? All vinyl lives matter, folks. I had to bring them home no matter what they were. And what they are, actually, is kind of amazing. I'm just going to show you a few of them. The problem is, none of them are in correct sleeves. They were all taken out at some point and thrown in there. Some of these sleeves have none in them. Some of them have 3. The records are in between. None of them are in their correct sleeves, so I'll just show you some. But they are all French-Canadian records. Like, this is funny. This guy's doofy. Le Père Guédon. But they're all good. That's not bad. This one's good. It doesn't look like it's French. It's just polka time. Oh, I'll take that. But yes, this whole box, I got to go through and match them all up. None but French-Canadian 60s records, except in a handful of non. Oh, goodness gracious. I'll even put you down right here. So you can see these. They're just sitting there. There's some London labels. Dominion. Yes. So, that's part 1 of my story. I rescued 100 French-Canadian records from the trash, because all vinyl lives matter. Second half of the story. One of my coworkers was over listening to all that, and he does collect vinyl himself. Matter of fact, his better half works at a vinyl store over at the Bull Moose. And he said, you know, Steve, you collect a bunch of, oldie records, and you don't really care about the quality. I'm like, yeah, you know I don't. And he goes, well, I know a place that's got a couple thousand records that are just sitting around doing nothing, collecting dust, and they're pretty dirt cheap. I'm like, okay, I'm listening. It's like, yeah. The next town over in Lisbon, there's this one place that's just a little antique store. You can drive by it all the time, never know it's there. It just says antiques at the front. Yeah, homeboy has a locked storage room in the back, and there's like records in there, and you can get them for like $1 a piece. I'm like, oh, really? I never heard of this place. Yeah, it's done. Yeah, he doesn't do Facebook or nothing, or you can't find him in Yahoo or Google searches. It's just a guy there. He doesn't even take credit cards. It's just cash. I'm like, oh, where is it? So I went there, got in this front door, and I said, hey, buddy. Older gentleman sitting in the front. He's like, hey. I'm like, well, little birdie told me you guys got records. I don't see any. You have any records? He's like, yeah, I got records. Walks to the back of the store, and there's like a door. It's like this place used to be a restaurant, and it was like a walk-in cooler. Because he had a door with a metal handle, and he went... opens the door, and stacked from the floor all the way up to about here is a stack of nothing but vinyl. There was racks that had nothing but vinyl, probably about 5 foot wide, about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shelves. Had to be a couple few thousand. And I'm like, how much are they? He's like, eh. I'm like, somebody told me I can get them for $1. He's like, yeah, hey, you can get them for $1, I guess. Set pricing. This is a good clue to start with. So I went through, and it was amazing. None of the stuff you guys care about. I mean, if anybody knew about this place, they already picked it clean. But for me, got some finds. And so went through, and I'm going to show you what I found. Here's the kicker. I got a stack of about 40 records. I got probably 30. Mrs. Valentine got a little less than 10. She found of her own. She'll be showing hers on her channel. But I got them. I was like, okay, cool. I found these ones I'm not going to leave with if I have a choice, but I'm not going to waste my money. I'm not going to go crazy, bring home 50 records. Not going to do it. I got my mountain. I didn't know about the freaking French records. I'm way behind. I'm just going to go through here, pick out a handful of my favorites that I cannot leave with. And so I start going through them. He's like, nah, you know, if you take that whole stack right there, I'll do them for 50 cents each. I'm like, fine, we'll do it. So I got about 50 records for $20. So that's where I'm going to go off here. I'm going to do a quick show through of what I picked up. All right, the first ones I'm going to show you are the compilation records that I found from that. First up, Great Stars, K-Tel's 24 Dumb Ditties. Of course, bunch of novelty songs. Biggest one on here that I wanted that I didn't have anywhere else is My Ding-a-Ling. Chuck Berry, of course, but there's a lot of great ones on there. K-Tel also has Wacky Westerns. These are more of the country-flavored novelty songs. Take a look at it. Hey, Mr. Custer. If you haven't heard that one, that's hilarious. Totally inappropriate, but it's a good song. Pure rock. You're like, pure rock? Is this like that heavy metal where nothing on here is rock? No, this is K-Tel, son. Check this out. Head Game. We got Foreigner, Rod Stewart, Journey, Eddie Money, Hart, Doobie Brothers, Styx, Jefferson Starship, Boston, Steve Miller, Ted Nugent, ZZ Top, Foghat. I'm going to pause and let you guys peruse that. Yep. That was a good find. The Best of 66, Volume 2. We got Tony Bennett, Ray Conniff, of course. Yeah, look at that. Steve Lawrence doing What's New Pussycat. Jerry Ville doing Sunrise Sunset from Fiddler on the Roof. That's on here. The Sensational 60s. This is one of those wonderful 2-album, no sleeves, but they're not in bad shape, sets. And I don't even know what's on there. All I saw was that when I pulled one out, I saw Mr. Tambourine Man and Harper Valley PTA. And I said, okay, I'm in. The Sensational 60s. Ronco presents In Concert with Hughes Corporation's Rock the Boat, Donnie Marie Osmond, OJ's, Taking Care of Business from BTO, The Street, Gray Stevens, Sweet Home Alabama, Skinnerd, Golden Earrings, Radar Love. Come on, guys. This is just Life's Rock Like a Rock, but the radio rolled me. You know the McDonald's menu song? Big Mac McTLT, quarter pounder, with some cheese, filet of fish, a hamburger, a cheeseburger, Happy Meal McNuggets, tasty golden French fries, regular, large side salad, chiffergun, or a chicken salad, oriental, big breakfast, McMuffin, hot cakes and sausage bacon, business bacon, egg and cheese, or sausage, Danish chestnut, true and for dessert, hot apple pies and sundaes, serve varieties of suffering, serve code, 3 kinds of shakes and chocolate chip cookies, and a drink of Coca-Cola, Diet Coke, orange drink, Sprite, coffee, decaf too, little fat milk, and also orange juice. I love McDonald's, good time, great taste, and I get this all at one place. You know, the McDonald's menu song. Why I have that memorized, I don't know. But it was from the song Life is a Rock with the Radio Rolled Me. Again, in my brain. If I do it slower and pay attention to words, I get it perfectly. I just happen to have it memorized.
Good morning, class. Today we're going to learn the McDonald's menu song and give a listener out there a chance to win $1 million. So, repeat after me.
Repeat after me.
No.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Here goes.
Here goes.
Big Mac, McDLT, a quarter pounder with some cheese, filet, a fish, a hamburger, a cheeseburger, a Happy Meal, McNuggets, tasty golden French fries, regular or larger size, a salad, chef or garden, or a chicken salad, oriental, big breakfast, egg McMuffin, hot cakes and sausage, maybe biscuits, bacon, egg and cheese, or sausage, Denny's, hash browns, stew, and for dessert, hot apple pies and sundaes, 3 varieties of salsa, corn, 3 kinds of shakes, and chocolatey chip cookies, and a drink, a Coca-Cola, Diet Coke, an orange drink, a Sprite, and coffee, decaf, 2, a low-fat milk, also an orange juice. I love McDonald's, good time, great taste, and I get this all at one place. Got it?
But, yeah, Ronco in concert. K-Tel, Music Express, 20 more original hits. Take a look there. And remember, guys, and I know you guys watch, he's like, can you show the record longer? I couldn't read what was on it. You guys can pause and rewind. This is YouTube. All I gotta do is this, and that's all you need. I don't have to sit here and fucking show it, but I'm going because I have courtesy. There you go. Okay. Million or more selling records from 1975. This is one of those cover band ones. This is a band called the Kings Band, doing The Hustle and Jive Talkin', Love Will Keep Us Together, Blackwater, Feelings, Why Can't We Be Friends, Chevy Van. Yeah. Next up is a weird one. It is a Disneyland record. Oh, it's Disney. Cool. And not in bad shape. Rubber Ducky and songs from Sesame Street. Sesame Street isn't Disney. Matter of fact, I think they're kind of like direct competitors. But on here is Rubber Ducky, the Sesame Street theme, and as you can see, the lettering, the font, the pictures, not copyright issues. They weren't even wanting to get close to it. But yet they were able to do the songs from the show. Oddball. Disney doing Sesame Street. Anybody know this lady? Maybe I do, and I just don't know that I do. It's Rachel Sweet. I don't know. She just looked like some chick that I could bang back in the day. She's kind of cute, but she's not too cute. She kind of looks dumb, but not too dumb. So I was like, yeah, I'll take this chance of that, because look. Gold stamp promo for you, Peach. But yeah. Anyone got a clue? Put them down there. Another blind buy, just because the cover looked good. Illustrator. It's like some kind of, like, frickin' wanna play a game? This is like frickin' Saw before there was Saw, man. Creepy stuff. Alright, for all you religious-y folks out there, especially you, Tim Line, because you got me started on this. I found Petra! You look at that. Great shape on that. Which one's this one? This is Back to the Street. Nice, huh? Look at that. Petra. Journey's greatest record, Escape. Got it. Pretty good shape. I got the inner. There was no outer on this one, which is probably why it was left behind. But, A, I could print up an outer, and B, you don't spin the outer. So, for now, that's a great placeholder, and maybe it'll be my official one once if I find another one. And why the hell are you not going back in there? Okay, better. Next up. By the way, I've crossed over into cool stuff I've found. So, Journey started that. Same with Petra. Not compilations. Sound Effects, Volume 5. I'm going to try to find a way to work these into the video somehow. John Denver Spirit. Oh, look at that Native American smile of a dork. Oh, yeah. Two record set. Best of Rod Stewart. Part 2, Volume 2. Look at that. A special one I picked up, I already talked to Dolph Van Dale about it, so I guess I gets to keep it. Kind of looked at it and saw it and picked it up for him if he needed it. Rust Half self-titled on Murr Records. I got myself a Rust Half now. Oh, thank you. I get a snack. Apple chip. You know what's eating healthy crap? I'm not losing weight fast enough. I'd rather just stay the fat that I was and eat what I want than suffer every day and still be fat. Stupid. Anyway. If you have to know the Mills Brothers are awesome. What? Why did you throw a shoe at my head? I love these. I love apple chips. I was just saying the whole point of this diet. I like the apple chip snacks. I don't like the nutritional shakes every single day. And not be able to have starches like, I don't know, buns, bread, pasta, potatoes, you know, food. I can't have food. Anyway, Mills Brothers. Early 30s, going to the 40s and 50s, these guys sang, playing instruments. They were at 1.4, then they went down to 3, just depending on the era. But mainly the point I like them is their vocal instrumentation. They're every now and then you'll get into a song and you'll hear like one of them take off on a trumpet or a trombone or a French horn and be.
My favorite thing was when Don made that sound. You know.
Where we used to imitate instruments and things like. Oh, you can do that too, you know. You know, that's very easy.
It is?
Very simple. You can
do one thing for me.
One little thing. You know, you cup your hands like this, you see.
Yeah, boy.
And then you put it up here, and you blow. You put the tongue up in the top of the head, and you sing and blow at the same time. You get a. It's a trumpet effect, like, you know. Yeah. Of course, he used to do the trombone effect, like.
Yeah, a little thing.
It's like, you know, like they do nowadays with beatboxing, but old school from the 30s. But yeah, Mills Brothers, still in the shrink on one of them. I had to pick some of those up. The Love Unlimited Orchestra, conducted by Barry White. Not singing or starring Barry White. Orchestra, conducted by Barry White. That's an oddball. Gotta grab that. Next up, this is a personal one for me. It's a 4-phase stereo recording of Vivaldi's The Four Seasons. And the quality of this recording and the pressing that I saw from the London in a polyline sleeve in like mint condition. Everybody's got to have a copy of The Four Seasons. I mean, if you're going to have any classical in your collection, that should be the one. And this is one of the better copies that I saw of it. It's really nice. I'm looking for Vivaldi's Gloria. If any of you see that on vinyl, let me know. It's not very common. I've looked everywhere. I've seen different copies of Four Seasons all over the place. Not this one, because it was a nicer one, but Vivaldi Gloria. Keep an eye out, guys. I love that. I actually sang that in chorus when back in the day. Loved it. Good, great songs, great movements. In that shiny suit that they like to do, Living Strings with Make the World Go Away. I'm all for that. I wish I could make the world go away. But, yeah, I'm going to pick that up. It's pretty. Speaking of really good quality, this is talking about audio quality sound and how special this record is. This record comes out from the inner, and it talks about audio fidelity sound. Look at the gloss on there. They spent a lot of money on this record to make sure they had the best, highest quality pressing that they thought possibly could. So they could show you Johnny Puleo and his harmonica gang. That was worth all the effort, wasn't it? I don't know what this is, if you guys could tell me. It's RCA, Brookville Records, The Great Groups. It's very thin. It's like one of those, you know, foreign releases, but I don't see anywhere that says that it's foreign. Matter of fact, it says printed in the USA. Mail a disc. Mail order. It's the only clue I have. But it is an RCA. And it is a Dynaflex. This one. And it's got a bunch of good groups on here. Tommy Dorsey, Mills Brothers, we were just talking about, Pied Pipers, Ames Brothers. So, you know, a lot of that, you know, doo-wop, 50s, bebop kind of stuff, I'm just going to have to look up in Discogs because that's very thin material. And then, Hawaiian guitars! Check it out. Hawaiian war chant. Hey, it's like Samoan kind of thing. But yes, got to get Hawaiian guitars still in the shrink. Why wouldn't I? Then, the last, I've saved the best for last. The things that I got that I was going to whittle down to, all the rest of those I got practically for free because I was going to whittle down to these ones. Those are just ones I looked down like, oh, what's this? This is interesting. I'll put it aside. And I'm grabbing them all. First one. The Living series. Like the Living Strings now, they always have the cool shiny covers. You know I love that, and you know I love Herb Alpert. But you mix them together, I got Shiny Copper, Living Memories, Tijuana Taxi, and others. Spanish Alley, Spanish Harlem. Yeah. That made me happy. Next one. These are people I collect, like Mr. Liberace, most requested. I don't have this one. It's got Moonlight Sonata on there, which is awesome. Smoke Gets in Your Eyes. How about some other people I collect, like Arthur Fiedler and the Boston Pops. Forgotten Dreams. Those Are the Days. Stardust. Polydor. Cool. Next up, Boots Randolph. I'm up to 3. Now I got 4 Boots Randolph. This one is The Sound of Boots. Look at him there. He's looking like he's some like serious black soul musician there. First of all, he's not serious, and he's not black, and he doesn't really have much soul. Maybe. But man, he was trying to pull it off on this one. Mr. Yakety Sax. And I'm telling you about the selection of songs in the back here. This was a serious album. Hey, I gotta get it. Next up, Steve, got my first vinyl upgrade copy. That's right. It's a record that I have that's actually in, I would say, VG kind of shape. It's real good shape. I got it over at Goodwill. And that is a record that everybody should have. And if they don't, they should, because they can find it anywhere for dirt cheap. And that is Whipped Cream. But I thought Whipped Cream in the shrink. Little crinkle on the corner. Other than that, it's in great shape. Original sleeve. And you know this is the sign when I pulled it out. The hole was up, not out, or the... So you know the person took care of this or didn't listen to it. And it is like brand new. I got brand new Whipped Cream and other delights. So I'm going to be upgrading that puppy. And that's fine because I have no problem taking that other sleeve artwork. Right? Who doesn't want that hanging on the wall? I do. Speaking of Herb Alpert, I got the best of the brass. Herb Alpert and Tijuana Brass Greatest Hits. Yeah, I guess. No, it's not the best of. It's the beat of the brass. It's not a greatest hits. It's just a regular album, and I don't have it. Even better. Hi, Herb. How you doing, buddy? Then, the one that I freaked out. I freaked out. Okay. Steve Carlson, listen to this, buddy. What did I just show you the other day that I got from Herb Alpert? I said, hey, look, I got The Lonely Bull, the first record from Herb Alpert and the T.Y. Brass. I just don't have a cover for it. Well, that's fine, but at least I found it because I've never seen this record of theirs in the wild. You know what I found today? The Lonely Bull, Still in the Shrink. Yeah, right? I know. Check it out. So yeah, my Herb Alpert's going crazy now. I actually think I have more Herb Alpert in the Shrink than out of the Shrink. I feel like I'm red. Oh, I'll poke myself. Okay, anyway, finally, the piece de resistance, the grail of all grails. There's all these where, like, those are cool, I'll grab those. Then what I just showed you are like, these are artists I collect. I didn't necessarily know what albums they are or what they are. I just know if there's something from that artist, I want to grab that. And complete my collection, maybe get upgrades. But there's actually a record that I saw and wanted and put on my want list to keep an eye out for somebody to have one that I could have for like $2, maybe shipped to me for $5. And I've been monitoring and watching, trying to keep a hold of it, and could not find it, and it's not popped up. And I found it yesterday. That's called a grail, folks. And that is Ferrante and Teicher Star Wars. Yes, not only do they do Star Wars, look at those outfits. This is what I love. They do the theme to Star Trek on here. Look at that. I got myself an F&T Grail. And this is one of the later ones from later in the career. This is like from 1980 almost, 1978. So, my Grail. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. This is a super long video, folks. Thank you for sticking by. I will be going through those French-Canadian records, matching them up, pairing them up, and once I actually have them there, I'm going to show you them. I'm going to be torturing my daughter, because I'm a father, and it's my job to be a dick to my kid. You're like, no, you're supposed to love them and nurture them. No, I'm preparing them for the real world. And so, remember, who's learning French in school? So every record, as I'm cleaning them and spinning them, she's going to be on Google Translate and her French books from school, translating the names of the songs and the names of the albums for me. Now I'm going to have her put them down on a piece of paper and slide them in the sleeve with it, so that we know what the songs are called and what the albums are called. And she gets to practice her French. She ain't going to like it, but I don't care. That's what's called being a parent. So we're going to get all those done. Once they're finished, I'll show them. Might be a week or two, but thank you guys for sticking along. This weekend's not going to be fun of those funny, super edited haha videos. I got way too much to show and too much to get. Matter of fact, after this, I'm going to be helping Mrs. Valley Vinyl because she has a huge video she has to do with a whole bunch of finds, and I'm going to be putting a lot of my effort into helping her with that and helping with editing on that. So hopefully I entertained you. Goodbye.